I recently completed 10,000 kilometers on my Grand Vitara. It's a smart hybrid alpha version, and this 10,000 kilometers also marked its completion of all 3 free services offered by Nexa. So in this video, I will summarize all the good and not so good experience with the service. The standard service schedule for the Grand Vitara is as follows, where the first service is scheduled at 1000 kilometers or 1 month from the date of purchase. The second service is at 5000 kilometers on the odo or 6 months from the date of purchase. The third service is at 10,000 kilometers or 1 year from the date of purchase. These are the first 3 free services offered by Maruti Suzuki where the standard labor charges are taken care of. In my case, the first service happened within a month of purchase at around 1100 kilometers. Unless you have a specific problem or issue to raise, the first service is usually basic visual inspection followed by washing and wiping. The technician basically checks the oil and coolant levels with any abnormalities in the engine bay with presence of any fault codes on the dash. In my case, I got the car within 3 hours with a 0 service bill. If you like the service quality and if the particular service station is in your vicinity, then this could be a good time to get to know the service advisor and the mechanic who worked on your car. Make note of their contacts as they can be extremely useful in your upcoming ownership experience. For example, in the second service, I just called up the same service advisor for a service appointment with a pickup and drop request as I was really caught up with work and the odometer was well over 5500 kilometers, where he quickly accepted my request and picked up the car same day for second service. The advisor said that the engine oil might need a top up, but that wasn't the case as I had already done an engine oil change after the first service, so the oil levels were fine. The battery was checked and the tires were rotated. I had some minor issues where I had noticed that the driver's door was taking a bit more effort to close and the start-stop system was sometimes not activating despite meeting all the recommended criterias. Always make sure the concerned points are entered in the job card as verbal communications will not hold the service center accountable. The car was washed, wiped, and this time they used some dashboard dresser which left fingerprint marks of the applicator all over the seats and leather inserts. I didn't complain, but I made a note to exclude this in the next service. The door latches were greased and lubricated, which solved my concern. The final bill came at Rs 250 as some consumable charges. Counting from the time of pickup, I was handed the car back in my office within 5 hours, which is excellent in my opinion. Next was the third free service, which for me came in at about 6 months from the date of purchase as I was just at the 10,000 kilometers mark. The primary job in this service was the engine oil and oil filter change. In my record, this was the third oil change after the first one at 1000 kilometers and the next one at 5000 kilometers. They have used a 0W16 oil from Shell as mentioned in the invoice. In other jobs, the cabin filter was replaced, the wheels were balanced, the battery water was leveled, the brakes were inspected. I was expecting the throttle body to be cleaned followed by an air filter replacement, but they mentioned the service chart where Maruti recommends air filter replacement after 30,000 kilometers. So you can expect a DIY video on that very soon. There were some other consumables and fasteners including stuff like windshield washer fluid, drain bolt and its gasket. And this time they used some different dashboard dresser and also charged me for the same. All of this made the final bill stand out at 2808 rupees. The labor was free for this service, hence this charge amount was only for parts and consumables. So if you compile and make a total of all of these 3 services, apart from the discretionary oil and filter changes done by me, I just paid about Rs 3000 in maintenance for the 10,000 kilometers running of the Grand Vitara. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section. So that's it for this video and I hope you guys have liked it.